Alright, welcome back everyone. Uh, I had not planned to stream tonight, but the baby fell asleep early and I am sick, but well enough now that I feel better. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and stream since I have getting an early start tonight. The other thing is, I know with Eternal Weekend around the corner, some players are probably looking for content to make sure that they are playing optimally. I did a review stream, and I would highly recommend players check it out. This was from my top 8 qualifier. Actually, excuse me, I have a cough drop in my mouth, and that's why I might hear me mumble. But I did a review stream for my top 8 qualifier on Monday, October 7th. It's been, I guess, roughly 10 days, 11 days since then. I would recommend watching that if you're looking for content. I would also recommend watching my Dukes' stream where he brought me on as a guest host. We 5-0'd on that stream as well, and that's probably the better learning tool if I'm being honest, because you kind of get to see the gameplay through Dukes' lens, and as someone who is played the deck a few times, but I wouldn't say Dukes plays it I wouldn't say Dukes plays it enough where he kind of walks through the lines blindfolded, so to speak, right? I think that's probably the best learning tool, because I would imagine for audience that is looking to learn the deck, he provides a good viewpoint. The list I'm playing today is different than the one from the qualifier and different from the one he played, which were identical lists. I just sent him the list that I top 8'd with, and I essentially cut the Emperor of Bones because I felt like we could do better. Namely, I wanted a card for the Eldrazi matchup, or that was good also against Eldrazi or just random things that are immune to graveyard hate. And I think Funeral Artisan to get underneath discard and Thought Nasir was ideal. It's also a better generic game 1 card. And in the sideboard, instead of Emperor Bones, I like the Borrow Goyfs. Just as a card, the matchup I really want to shore up is the Ancient Tomb matchups. They're not bad per se, but they're just high variance. And I would just like to reduce the variance by increasing more permutations where we win the game. Also, the advertised card for tonight is this Bayou Groff. It's the goodest boy in that it's a plant dog. I have to sacrifice a creature or pay 3, and it comes in as a 5/4. The idea is to cheat this in against Moonstompy with Green Sun Zenith, and traditionally speaking, Moonstompy has had problems dealing with beefy creatures such as, in the past, Tarmogoyf, which is worse in our deck because we don't really have any sorceries, and Batterskull. So those are problems. Big upgrade on extra mana dorks. I'm not sure what you're referring to that. The number of mana dorks is the same for what it's worth. Ocean Infinity. Oh sure. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if you need to hardcast it, but the idea is this is like a bomb against Moonstompy, right? Might be too cute, but it's for fun. Also, I get to see kind of how the Bargoyfs play against Moonstompy. I paired into a red-green initiative deck the other day, and the Goyfs were fine. I did get a little bit lucky in that my Once Upon a Time hit a basic swamp, which I was testing at the time, so I can cast it through Magus of the Moon, but I would like to be a little more consistent. And granted, that was similar matchup, not the same. Thank you, Grateful Head. Alright, this is almost like a mulligan, and like I said, I am getting over a cold, so that's why my voice is a little different. But this is almost like a mulligan of 5 already. Atrax is definitely not what I want, and then the Talon Gates is not great. I think I'm gonna ship this back. This is worse. Maybe I should have just kept. So my opponent, since they're a big fan, usually I am nervous when I get a comment like that because the trend is when they say that they're on like turn one combo, but we'll see. All right, we're just mulling to oblivion here. I guess, well, definitely want those down in case I don't want to draw another dork. Mode of 4 is not great. Okay, kind of glad I mulliganed. It just didn't work out as all. So we know what's on the bottom, so I'm gonna once first. I don't really want to draw any of those cards.
Can you say that again?
Oops, that was my.
I'm not sure what went wrong.
I apologize. That's Alexa in the background, or Amazon. Actually, I think we want to leave that for collective. So they would turn one Saga, and I'm inclined to keep my Green Sun in case I need it. Flooded Strand is interesting. If I were to guess right now what my opponent's on, it's probably Cephalid Breakfast. But we'll see. I don't know many decks with Saga into Flooded Strand. What could they possibly have? I think I attack. Oops. Actually, they could be the Thrall. Probably a greedy attack, to be honest. But like, I'm trying to think what they could possibly have. Yeah. So the other thing is, since Grateful Head here mentioned in the chat the episode with Andrea Mangucci, I would definitely recommend that as well because you kind of see like the different cards that are in play, so to speak. Alright, we did not know our opponent was on this deck. We're just gonna F6. Wasn't quite turn one, but combo nonetheless. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad it was helpful. Yeah, it also gives like we at the time I the only thing I regret is unfortunately we didn't focus too much yet on the Sylvan Safekeeper because it was kind of a new addition. Like it had been tested before, but not like seriously. I like 5-0 and just like it's like weird because I 5-0 with the list and it just like never played it again. Like just because for reasons I guess, right? And then when I finally was sold on the card, unfortunately it was still like kind of early in its infancy, and then we didn't discuss it too much. But long story short, when you really want to protect the best creature in the deck, and you know possibly even legacy, like it's worth it, right? Like it's the Sylvan Safekeeper is only as good as your strongest creature, and I just think why the Reliquary is just completely broken. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this, but like Mott's Olay has convinced me a while ago, and I kind of subscribe to this. Like we were debating which one's the best creature in the deck, and at the time I like naively said, you know, maybe Elvish Reclaimer because it's a 1-drop, and then Mott said, why do the Reliquary solos half the format mostly by itself? If you don't know, if that's not what you if that's not good enough, I don't know what is. Like, and I mean, after that, like he made a good point, right? What would you say is the weakest card in the deck right now, or what aspect of the deck would you want to upgrade? I didn't realize how impactful Talon Gaze was until I started playing with it. I would say the weakest part is probably this last slot here, this Fiend Artisan. Ideally, there's something better, right? Like, it's a little bit slow. In terms of weakness, my experience with this deck is the decks I don't really want to play against are like the turn one combo decks that are immune to endurance. I personally don't really like playing against Oops too because our deck, what does really well is it's very consistent. But the thing is, like when a deck like Oops kind of removes that strength because they're trying to win on turn one, and it's a lot of just aggressive mulligans. So like if they open with pack plus combo, there's really not much we can do. So long story short, I don't really want to play against Storm. Is probably the best answer, right? Because they can beat endurance pretty easily. All right, we're born in the Snuff Outs. I don't actually like Fairy because they had the Nadu backup plan, and I just think I don't want a card that's like, sometimes good, sometimes not, or whatever, right? This can come out. Oops. I actually don't like Talon Gates either, for what it's worth. It doesn't play well with the way I want to play the deck. And then we'll just, this is probably fine. Artist is probably not great either. What do we want instead? Maybe the first Talon Gates. I don't like Artisan because it's slow in this matchup. I want speed. There's an argument made. When you say upgrade, there is one card I think that could see play, but I don't know when it would be printed. This is a keep. I would love to see like a Golgari Taihola Scholar. I think that would be a pretty good addition to the deck. A Golgari Shriekmaw, but like template to differently would be pretty nice too. And what I mean by that is like a 2-drop that just ETBs. I think Green Sun kill a creature like that. These are like the wants, I guess I would say. I don't know how likely those are going to be printed, but I think probably Golgari Tiehauler is more likely than the other one. I just don't see how the other one's going to be printed. They don't have the template like differently. So here I think I'm just going to go like C's into, yeah, so that works. I think it's interesting too here because they had the backup one, so I guess we just take the Cephalid Illusionist. And then just like ramp, right? The thing is, like, we have to take the Illusionist because if they top deck Force, then we just lose. A better Force of Vigor would be nice, like, or a Power Crept. An Abzan Hierarch would be nice too. For those who are curious, what I would want. That's like on my wish list. And so we can just like straight up upgrade the Hierarch Noble. I think there's no world here we don't slam Natural Order. Pitching the Hierarch. Well, maybe pitching the Ignoble. In case it gets countered. Yeah, actually, that's probably the most likely, to be honest. I can see them finishing the cycle at some point. That's a pretty cool trick that they did there. Alright, like I said, there's no universe where to slam this here. They draw into days, they draw into days. We live with it. Alright, triple snuff out now. I think we take the additional natural order. Take the ignoble and the land. That's pretty good. We're threatening a kill again next turn. I don't think they run Wasteland, so I'm just gonna do that. I feel pretty safe. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like I think obviously there's that nostalgia that goes with Noble being the original Hierarch, but that is where I see the obvious upgrade that is probably going to happen at some point. Like I would assume the cycle is going to finish. All right. Sure. A land here? Well, I don't think it matters. I said land, but if for some reason we need to leave whatever up. It's a must force here if they have it. Yeah. Alright, how do we like that boarding plan? I'm like just winging it as I go. I don't even know if I love this card, to be honest, in this matchup. Like, it's a little situational, but probably still better than Fiend Artisan, which is this kind of matchup is really about trading remover early and just comboing. That our advantage is our combo is a one card combo. Their advantage is they're kind of pre-boarded with removal. Our game one plan against them is like not the best. Do we keep this? I don't think we mull to like what is it called? Snuff out or Thoughtseize. I think they'll just keep it. Like they have to kind of respect that we have that, and they may keep just like a what is it called? They may just keep like a removal heavy hand too. Yeah, not what I want to see. I think we just take the white. Like to me, it feels silly to just like mold a snuff out Thoughtseize. Because they do have the respect that we have it. And they're usually on like 4 SDPs or something. So I don't think you can just mold to oblivion. Alright, if they have the combo here, we lose, but I don't think we're afforded to play around that. We're just trying to bait out days here. So I think they kept maybe a slower hand, probably with force protection. If they're gonna go end step brainstorm, they probably have a removal spell too. Just didn't care to remove our dorks. I don't know. Just don't combo me here, please. Maybe it's the Teferi. I don't know. If it's a Nadu, I think I'm okay with that. Alright, we're just dead. Or not. Did they? What? So one thing that's keep in mind is we don't have a safekeeper. So I almost screwed up there. If I had a crate, I might have green stuff for one. Alright, that's fine. I think there's... Oh, our opponent... I think our opponent, did we... Oh my god, did we board out both talent gates? No, we kept one. Okay, that's good. That'll buy a turn. We gotta play around day. I don't remember they have days or not. But... The point here is, we're just gonna try to dig for the Atraxa. So the question here is like, am I trying to just bog them, or am I... I think we try to... Hey, High Star, how's it going? The question is like, do I bog them, or do I just like phase out the Cephalid Illusionist? I feel like we just phase out the Illusionist here. Well, if they have another whatever, then they have the kill, but... Let me think. So if they have the Oracle in hand, then I lose. But it's more likely that they have other thing in hand. I think we just let this resolve. Actually, I might have screwed up. They might have Memory's Journey. I guess get that. Three, four, five. Oh, it was short. That's okay. Oh, that's bad for us. Alright, I guess we cannot win. Let me think about that. So, if we phase out the Illusionist here, he could just mill his whole thing in response. Now... I could mill. Okay, if I target the illusionist, the Oracle will mill, and then he could mill his whole yard potentially. Well, I think I need them to screw up here, regardless. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Wait, that's be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, actually, I forgot. The step that puts it in hand, right? Okay, I screwed that up. I guess it didn't matter. They do have the memory turning too, so highly possible I'm supposed to just phase out. Well, the thing is, like, if I phased out, they would have phased back in, and they can still get the Thassa's Oracle. So I don't think it would have mattered. I needed to like draw Snuff out, or I think I needed to draw Snuff out or a Thoughtseize there. But like I said, I don't think I'm supposed to just mold to one or the other. Especially since this is a deck with a lot of removal. I just gotta get super punished. Yeah, we see like 6 removal spells or whatever. Alright, so they have the Thassa's Oracle. It should be game, unless I'm missing something. Alright. The tough part about this matchup is, like I said, we're not favored game 1. So it's almost like you have to win 2 post-board games. But that's okay. I don't... Like, you could reasonably see breakfast in your event. I'm gonna get water real quick. Yeah, you could see breakfast reasonably in like a bigger event, but this deck is like mostly trying to tune for now. I think the underground C matchups are kind of easy. In the super qualifier I played, this is probably a mole. In the super qualifier, man, this is not the night for me. Would I ever? I have already. Whether it's worth it is a different story. I've tried it. It was decent. The only thing is like permission doesn't really play well with this kind of deck that wants to tap out every turn. Sure. I bottomed the Talon Gates because it doesn't do anything. So far, like I've been mulliganing a lot, which is why I don't play like Underground Mortuary or some of these other tech lands. I just don't. The fail rate, in my opinion, is what's limiting this deck because you already have two cards you never really want to draw. And that's Atraxa and Crater Hoof. Even Collector Oof is like not great most of the time. I just do it because it saves sideboard slots. The other thing is like endurance is also like hit or miss against a lot of matches. It's just the floor is pretty high, so that's why I played main. What I like about this configuration is like I feel like I'm supposed to slam Artisan because this matchup is a collective matchup. We are unfortunately missing another land drop, so we'll see. Then we're just gonna F6. Here are my socials again for those of you who are curious. I have everything included in the link tree. Honestly, I think the best way to learn is just to watch the videos and play yourself. Doing the map, the sideboard map on your own is pretty good as well. All right, we need to hit a land here. There we go. See, I bashed collective, but there it's like pretty good, right? Like I shut off 2 cards already. We're under some pressure, but I think we're probably okay. A lot of these artifact decks, they play like basic island, or they try to minimize the number of artifact lands because they don't want to just like be cold to like a no raw type effect. We're at 10 already. Maybe 9. We may have to start chump blocking pretty soon. There's 9. Jeez. We're at 8. Ugh. It kind of feels like we have to slam the white. Well, actually, that's not true. So if we go Hierarch into Reclaimer, we chump with the Reclaimer, and then we have to try to resolve a natural order. Now, if we have the Reclaimer active, we don't draw a land, then we probably phase out. That's probably reasonable. Maybe it was a mistake to not play the Wily Reliquary, actually. I'm gonna have to chump block anyways here. Debatable which one's better. Any Allosaur Shepherd in the 75? No. I don't think it's like needed. It also, the way it plays out is not really the gameplay doesn't work with the way I want to play the deck. Okay. That Soul Guide Lantern is actually quite annoying here. I think that changes the math now. So before we had to block this, and before what is it called? Okay, so we're on a 1 turn clock anyways. I think we have to hit land plus and hope natural order resolves. So that's why I'm on the plan that I'm on here. So that's our out, right? Like hope natural order resolves it. Oh, okay, so that helps because we know they're on force now. They could have that other card, I forgot what it's called. Alright, we're just dead. It's unfortunate. We moved a 4. Like, what can you do? Or was it 5? I don't remember. The other thing about Astor Shepherd is like they should be stopping your early mana anyways. Like, I see a lot of like players who say, "Oh, just ignore the dorks." I don't think that's correct personally. I think that only works against lesser experienced Cradle players. Like, I think you have a medium or like medium experience. Like, I'll just throw out the deck. Death and Taxes player who's like ignoring the dorks and just going after the payoffs, and like a medium experienced Cradle player that may work. I don't think that works against a more experienced Cradle player. Because the more experienced player is going to be able to leverage the mana against you. Alright, what do we want here? I don't think we want Bog. Safekeeper to me doesn't seem like particularly great too. Actually, I don't think I want Lair really. Might cost me because I think I keep. I think I kept one Talon Gates, right? There's an argument to be made. Actually, I should board out both Talon Gates, but whatever. I guess we take the Cradle. I mean, the Force. My mistake. Also, as always, if you catch a mistake and point out before I point it out, that's a what is it called? A free 120 play points for anybody who does so, unlimited. All right. I guess I will just tutor for the Green Sun and hope that this like resolves, or that they don't have the dismember. I don't want to play Gates. Like, I would prefer that just be a spell later. Like, if you flood out, like, you can use it, like, offensively or defensively. So, this is what I mean, right? Like, their mana base is not, like, all artifact lands. Oh, it's this deck. I think here we just like slam higher, right? Um, I think I'm gonna bash first because I get extra damage. Like we don't get punished anyway for bashing here. My opponent has force, then so be it. This is the type of deck that could theoretically have Wasteland, so I'm just gonna do that. Alright, that's game. We got a Cradle. Safekeeper doesn't do anything here. We get a Force of Vigor. That's pretty good. I think they might just concede here. It's just too much, right? Yeah. Are we changing how I board? I don't think so. A little slow, but we're already on 6. Our heads have definitely been a little awkward tonight for some reason. Yeah, this is pretty good. So the question here is like, do we just go after the Saga instead of getting greedy? I think that's probably accurate. Because they could just play a Tomb and it's like cast on some other thing. How greedy do you want to be? What is the punish? Yeah, let's not. Like this is insane. So let's not get greedy here. I forgot what that thing that they played last game was. I think it was blue, right? Or was it colorless? I don't remember. I think it's like Simulacrum or something like that. Which is F6. No, it costs blue, so I don't know. But like I said, yeah, Simulacrum Synthesizer is what I had in mind. I just feel like we're likely more punished. I've been punished before for being greedy. Not to mention they could just draw force or something, right? And I think we give the benefit of the doubt to our opponent. They know how to sequence around Force of Vigor, which is a known green card. Interesting. Hmm. We have 4 mana here. Do we board out both? No, we still have it. Okay, I don't hate that. If they want to force this, I think I'm okay with it. But I'm just gonna like lock out that thing with the collective here. So we got the 2-headed monster here, right? Like the Safekeeper backed by the collective. It might not matter against that kind of deck, but we'll see. Because they're like more of an aggro deck, and it's, maybe they can beat a collective. I'm a little bit nervous here. Man. Regret. I don't think they have force because they don't have a high enough blue count. So maybe the line here is just well, that light is out the door. I think we take the land. Natural order. We're gonna have to be on chump block duties. That's the only thing. Reclaiming her, like, does it do anything? A white here is a 4/4, I guess. Maybe that's better than a Safekeeper, probably under this board. Yeah, that's for sure. I didn't mention that earlier, Grateful Head, but I guess a reminder doesn't hurt for the audience. Like, we got the collective here, and like I said, it doesn't really do anything against this kind of deck. I think they might have already had the synthesizer before the collective. I don't remember. I have to check. When did they get the synthesizer out? So the funny thing here is like the collective didn't do anything, and I feel like it was possible we just do that and take a bunch here. We lose the spell bomb, but this forces the attraction through. We can block and bounce. And that kind of thing. Ugh, thought monitor is pretty annoying here. Thought monitor is annoying here. At least we gained the life. There's that. But we can't. I wanted to put my opponent on a 1-turn clock. We'll probably lose now, but that's okay. Transmute artifact. Oh. What did they just get? I don't know. Oh, they got another modern. Interesting. Oh, the needle there is like pretty big. Pretty big. I don't think so. Like, it didn't do anything here, right? Yeah, I'm short mana. That's the only thing, right? It stopped the thought monitor cast. Oh, yeah, I guess. That puts us at 10 at least. The problem is like there's like a million damage coming here. Two, three, four, yeah. We don't live, so we're just dead. We needed the white to live. It is what it is. Or 0-2, pretty underwhelming league so far, but we've played against. I probably could have played better. I don't know. Don't know. If we did mow them a bunch, maybe it's just not our night. The funny thing is, like, we have not been able to lead with Dork very often. Like I said, there was an argument to be made. I also effed up. I keep forgetting their deck is like mostly colorless, and I think knowing that, like I should not have natural order. So like, I was playing around force like when I didn't need to. Like they don't have the kill, right? So probably could have played that a little bit better. That's okay. I really want to just pair into like these ancient tomb decks, and I'm pairing against everything but tonight. I guess last round was like an ancient tomb matchup, but not what I really meant by that. More like Moonstopper or Eldrazi. Gotta be Reanimator, right? Root Slay. It's funny, we lost both of the games I think we had collective. Great. Your name endurance, yeah. So we're just dead. It might be 3 strikes we're out here if we lose this match here. Okay. Don't think we're gonna be able to erase that. Alright. I know they usually board into the Witherbloom command combo. It doesn't really change how we board anyways. Do we want anything else? Bargoy, probably not. I don't think any of the other stuff. It's funny how, like, I could do well on Duke's stream. We top 8'd the super, but then, like, I can't. I always seem to struggle on these leagues for some reason. It could be the time slot, too. Usually, when, the heuristic is usually when you play at a time that it overlaps with the ongoing challenge, you get a lot of these non-challenge decks. I'm not saying that's the case tonight, but, like, in general. It's gonna be telegraphed, but so be it. The one thing I will say is, like, because opponents know what we're on, and thus our list doesn't change too much lately, we're becoming a little bit too predictable, so I might have to change, like, the sideboard. Getting a little bit too predictable. Thoughtseize bug. Well, interesting. Ugh. I can't stop that no matter what. I guess I'll take the Hex Mage. I think we're probably dead. They're gonna have the Dark Ritual for the thing. Yeah, not a great night. Like, we keep losing to this random stuff, but it is what it is. Our out here is like Talon Gates, I guess. So the problem with this is like they have 2 cards in hand. I don't really want to put a reanimation target in there. So no, not. I mean, some. I guess like you can reasonably expect Reanimator in some form. Maybe not this exact list. We're not gonna play scared. Thoughtseize there, Thoughtseize. Okay. I think we needed to hit a Way of the Reliquary there, just so we can start blinking out the Marlage. I don't think we're beating this now. It's not like we misboarded too. Like, there's nothing in their side that would have helped against this deck. All right. Hey, Dukes, how's it going? I was just mentioning you too. Like, whenever I go on your stream, we 5-0 or you 5-0, I can't seem to win a match tonight. So I tweeted out actually when Dukes tagged me in the video. Like, I think Dukes is my good luck charm, because obviously we can't buy a match tonight. Oh, that's the spirit. Yeah, I think so. Like, with Dukes on stream, it's got to be 2-3 now, right? Thank you for the sub, by the way, Dukes. I mentioned earlier, like I said, anybody who points out and Dukes is part of this creator program as well, but anybody who points out a misplay before I do is 120 play points. Thank you. The family is doing well. Baby slept early. That's only the reason why I'm streaming tonight. I did not plan to stream tonight. I was trying to get out more content for anybody who's trying to pick up the Eternal Weekend or the deck for Eternal Weekend. Obviously, I'm like not doing my part because I'm playing. I'm getting ranched here, but man, this feels like a mulligan already. I'm like running cold tonight, but that's okay. When I'm on a 6, I generally put oof away because it's so specific. If they are on like, you know, a storm or something, then I regret it, but I think on average it's probably correct. So, my opponent actually plays Cradle. I don't know if they're on Cradle at the moment, but they do play Cradle, and they mentioned that they're a big fan to me, so that's pretty nice words from our opponent here. Safekeeper off Bayou. I'm like, maybe they're on our deck, but there's no guarantee. No, they are on, looks like Green-White Depths with the black splash. I personally am not a fan of the black splash in Green-White Depths. I think Bowmasters is like kind of tangential to the game plan, and like sometimes it can be good, obviously, but I think when you're like a pseudo combo deck, you want all your cards to be good at all times. And there's just, for me at least, maybe this is personal preference. I don't like cards that are like situationally good, which I think is, excuse me, the case with Bowmasters. Like I don't really want to see this card in like a creature matchup like the Mirror right now, right? Like obviously they kill my Arbor turn 2, but that's like no different than like an Abrupt Decay, right? Or 2 mana removal spell. All right. What do I want to do here? I think because I feel like we want to fetch. Maybe we just get a Reclaimer here. We can start blocking too if they don't have like Bowmasters. Maybe they bluff anyways, like they just like get me, I guess. But maybe this is drawing out of swords here. Knight, sure. The Safekeeper is actually annoying because the Safekeeper is actually annoying because I think I'm gonna get crit. The problem is the Knight can do. I'm so far behind this game right now. Like, I can't even phase out the combo, so if they have it, they have it. Yeah, we're dead. We are dead. I think we just have to hope they don't have crop rotation. The fact that they're attacking is rather strange, though. Oh, they're... Oh, my God. Like, do we save this? I feel like the answer is not even, because I feel like the answer is not even. I think I need the Cradle mana, like, pretty badly. Oh, okay, never mind. We're just straight up dead. So we get Abyss right now with the Endurance, and there's... Well, I guess we can test for Sajiri. Oh my god, they're playing Loam too? What is going on? I don't think Loam is like... Well, maybe it's like a one-of. But... Interesting. It's very interesting because... I thought they were going to get the combo piece, but I guess not. So that actually buys me a turn. Interesting. Yeah, I think so too, Duke. Like I thought I was just dead, but I guess I have another turn now. I mean, we're probably still dead, but that's besides the point. They probably have like either Talon Gates and or Sajiri's team. We're gonna see if we can go for the 05, right? Like, it's not looking too great for us tonight. Excuse me. Not sure how I feel about this card right now. Like, did not look great tonight. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yikes. I mean, we're probably still dead, but like, I don't know what is going on. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. They can sack 2 creatures. Yeah, probably not. I don't think I care. Oh my god. I feel like, what am I missing here? They should have lethal. Either the Talongas or Sajiri here. There's Sajiri. Okay. Alright, actually, this matchup I'm kind of curious about how it looks like post-board because we have the Bargoth plan, which unfortunately we have not really got to exercise much tonight. The endurance has come out. I'm not trying to like chump block. I don't like Collector Uvi either in this matchup. This is like fine, I guess. Might have to rewatch tonight, like where I misplayed, where was like out of my hands. I definitely misplayed against that Affinity player. Like not like I don't know why I kept thinking about Force when they don't have it. I guess I like lumped that in with the 8 cast. Maybe that was like tunnel vision too quickly. Let's take a look at the matchups. Yeah, I don't think there was anything we could have really done in round 3. We misplayed here against the Breakfast player. I guess there was one, like, if anything, we could have mulliganed more, but like I said, I personally am not a fan of like ultra aggressive mulligans. Because it makes you predictable. What are we playing again? Oh, Depths, that's right. Oh, what was I going to say? What was I gonna say? Yeah, against the Affinity player, I should have played that completely differently. Like, I don't know why I was thinking about Force. I think I should have just held for the lethal. And I completely ignored their simulacrum. Like, I didn't respect it at all because just like didn't think about it, honestly. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I think like I said, I think there was nothing I could have done against Root Slade in the previous round, but I definitely could have played better round two. This card is like insane. I'm surprised they're playing it. I feel like this is a modern card, but it's like randomly good against us. All right. Yeah, it's like randomly good against us now. We, I would love to get Cradle, but that doesn't do anything actually against this card. Is there a point in? Is there a point? What do I get with this? Because Cradle doesn't do anything now. I guess I just pass. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, we have Wargorf, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, I think so too, Dukes. I think so too. Something that's like been apparent to me, I think, is like maybe Fiend Artisan is just not good enough, right? It's not efficient enough. I think I'll leave that alone. I don't think I'm losing this game because I have 2 layers of protection, but we'll see. My opponent's too far behind tempo-wise. What are we even getting here? I guess a fetch land. Like, it's the best we can do. What are we getting here? I don't have lethal, I don't think. Like, we can sack this, sack the other thing. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still short. Yeah. I think we double white here. But Seiju is not a playable card in my opinion. Yeah, sure. We'll just pass. I think they have like at least minimum endurance, but probably the combo up. You know, we just like Talon Gates it out. They didn't do anything that was interesting there. There's the combo. What are we doing here? I think we just get an Arbor in case we just want to sack everything. Pass. We fetch now. Get the Bayou. They have endurance here, that'd be annoying, but like, why would they keep an endurance against us? Sure. I guess just another white. I don't think I attack with this, but I could be wrong. Does attack all and then double talent the creatures get it? I think so. I think we're just committed. Screw it. Oops, that was not. I should not have done that. That was the wrong thing. So I needed a pitch to the. Yeah, okay. See, the thing is, like, if they have LQR, like, we're dead anyways. So we have to go for it. Like, if they just. Because they just beat talents that way. Alright, I think that's probably how we board it. This is like no. This would have been like. The life game would have mattered for this potentially, but. Ideally, we just have another green threat, right? Like, I think that's like high on my wish list. I want like. This is like reasonable. Excuse me. Interesting. I was gonna say turn one stage. Sure. A snuff out of the top here. Ooh, just what the doctor ordered. Is kind of insane. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. I was just thinking too, I was like, ooh, snuff out off the top looks pretty insane to me. I think we just go with this. Actually, I should have led with Noble. I'm thinking, like, Kratos doesn't make mana. I was thinking about, like, turn 2 Reliquary in case they remove the Noble. But I don't have it. So, yeah, I'm, like, punished for that play. Now I'm cut off black, like, randomly. Actually, the upside is just too high not to go white here. We probably just win, I think, if this resolves. Not necessarily the case if I go the other way. Like I said. So they can either play threat here or they can play removal. But if they play threat, we probably just win. So it's just probably gotta be removal here and they just can't play a threat. Like, this puts tremendous pressure on my opponent. Oh, that feels so bad to do. But they don't have a land, so... Excuse me. We are like miles ahead now. I think game is probably over, but we'll see. Maybe we'll rebound because we have the good luck charm here in the chat. Excuse me. It's gotta be the worst feeling to stare down active Wild Reliquary. And you're playing like a fairish deck. It's gotta be the worst feeling. What is going on here? Why did they crop for that? They're still short. Like, I don't understand. Okay, sure. I just do that, I think. Save a white. I think this, like I said, I think this game's already over. I think the only way that we could have lost theoretically is if they go for the combo route. But I guess they still can, but like that didn't feel particularly great. What are we doing here? I think we hold the reclaimer back in case because I want to get like what is it called? I want to get the lair, just like deal a million right now. One thing I like about Reclaimer that it's in one way it's better than Rather Reliquary is because Reliquary, you need fodder, whereas Reclaimer, you recycle lands. So what I mean by that is, it's almost like a brainstorm, right? It fixes your mana base. It turns dead mana flood into a mana sink. All right. Let's get rid of this. Ooh. Of course, I get that. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we just go for the kill here, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, what's going on here? They can't create, as far as I know, with this board state, they can't create a Merit Lage. You need the Yavimaya first before rotating for Thespian stage. So it's out of order. Sure. I think they have to get Wasteland here. Oh, they don't see the lethal. Unless they're getting Chasm. That's the other thing it could be, I guess. How big are the creatures on board? Big enough. Big enough. Okay, yeah, they don't see that lethal. Technically, I made a small misplay. I should have pitched the Hierarch for an Arbor just to get more damage. But keeping the Hierarch does leave the option of top deck attracts, but we had lethal on board, so it shouldn't have mattered. And we have known information here. Our line was really just, we're gonna like phase this out, right? But we drew the Talon Gate, so we just played a natural for mana. Which is kind of gross, right? Like, that this still works. Alright. There's the recovery that we're talking about. I'm gonna get a quick restroom break. And then I'll be right back. I am back. I sounds like Always Home is my was our fourth round opponent there. Thank you for they mentioned actually Always Home here that they like my content in the game chat. So thank you for the kind words. All right, take care, Dukes. Always a pleasure having you around. I don't think it's a coincidence we won. Pinko-chan. Alright, I would love to play against Moonstompy here because it would be very unfortunate if we paired into, excuse me, what the hell is going on? It would be very unfortunate if we, played the dog and never got aboard the dog in Wasteland. Sure. I guess that means we go this first. I don't want to waste turn one. I want to develop uninhibited, right? What are you playing on? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Death Pool Slayer. I'm playing your, classic Golgari Cradle deck. Ghost Quarter. Oh my god. I think we're playing against some like LD type deck. What site? This I'm playing on MTGO. If that's your question, I'm not sure that is for what's worth, but if it is, hopefully that answers your question. So here, I'm hoping to sneak a natural order through. Or you could just play this deck, to be honest, Always Home. I think our deck is pretty good. I know the results will say it tonight, but ignoring tonight, leading up to that, the deck had been running hot. My issue with Abzan Depths, personally, is... Always Home. My issue with Abzan Depths is... I kind of feel like I would rather play Selesnya, personally, and not Splash Black, but that's me. I think here we want the fourth land. Is it that expensive? I need to look. Like I thought the deck was not that expensive on MTGO, but I could be wrong. What are we playing against? What is playing Ghost Quarter? The only I don't even know, to be honest. And Vexing Bobble? The Kratos is interesting. I thought they were like $20, but I could be wrong. Alright, what is going on here? If I get a Cradle, they waste it. We just have lethal here as well, and no apparent green man on the other side. I feel like we just allow that to happen. I don't think there's a way we lose here, but I mean, I don't know for sure, I guess. So this beats even one maze of Ith, right? Oh no. Why is my thing not working? Oh, okay, looks like it's back. I have no idea what I'm playing against here. Vexing Bobble? Like, I don't... Could be anything, right? We are in the 1-3 bracket, so that is partially our fault. We saw Tron, of all things. Like, some weird Cloudpost deck, maybe? That happens to have maybe like a 5th Ghost Quarter as a Ghost Quarter as a 5th Wasteland. Yeah, let's put them on Cloudpost because I don't know what else it could be. And then like maybe the first Force of Vigor is like useful. I don't know. It definitely seems better than like Italian Gates, which probably doesn't seem great. I don't think Groff is like great in this matchup as well. It's unfortunate, like I said, we did not parent take Moonsnobby. But if I've learned anything, maybe this is just too narrow, right? Like sitting on a sideboard if we don't pair up in the right matchup. Yeah, Bayou Groff. We haven't boarded in today, unfortunately. We didn't play against any mono red decks. But the idea is we have a tutorable Termagorth. What is going on with the stream? Like, there you go. I'll take the white. Well, actually, there's 3 already. Do I really want that? Maybe just the land. I got you. Always home. Yeah, I don't really want to like turn on their whatever. They sometimes play the flute, so. What I should have done was play the. Speaking of the flute, there. Maybe they named the Windsmith. Oh, they named Wasteland. Wish we don't have any. Nice, that's awesome here. I love to hear it. All right. All right. So they have like a zillion mana now. If they want to name Windswept people, I think I'm perfectly okay with that. Yeah, I think they're running the old post list because the one True Futurism like first did well with these flutes. I don't know how good the flutes are personally now. To me it doesn't seem like like it's optimal anymore. I haven't seen this in a while, but I'm not a Cloudpost expert by any means. All right, let's see what they have. I'm a little nervous. Surgical? What is going on here? Alright, just take the only card that matters, I guess. Glacial Chasm. So, if I play I can't even play the white here. I think this is a scenario where it makes sense to get Fiend Artisan. You're gonna surgical one of my things? That doesn't make any sense. Artisan about to go off. I think so too, yeah. Artisan didn't look great in the other games, but like I said, I'm a little under the weather. It's possible I just misplayed. I definitely misplayed against the artifact deck, like I said. Sure. Alright, we're gonna pop off here with the Artisan, potentially. Like, it adds 1 mana. I guess now they see our deck, like, they don't need to name Wasteland with Flute. Which is an interesting one. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn. Four, 5, 6, 7. So ugh, that's not what I want to see. So the argument here is like, do we get a... Yeah, I think the worst case scenario for us right now is like ring into dismember on Artisan. We just like lose. It's interesting that they crop in response. They're gonna ghost core us. Okay. I guess that means now. Oh my god. Why? Ghost Quarter is like for those who really love to destroy lands. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's do it this way. We need to get the ring off the board. And I need the mana, so no. Also no. Yeah, this is a trick that you'll learn if you play against Tabernacle enough. Like, if you need the mana boost for one turn, you just do what I did. Have the dorks pay for each other, and then just sack whatever you need to just get this ring off the board, so to speak. Alright, we're just F6 now. And dare our opponent beat us with 4 lands. Or 4 mana. Art doesn't hurt us there, actually. Do we know that they already had the... Maybe we already knew. I don't remember. You got to be kidding me. Jeez. You're talking about runner here. You got to be kidding me. I guess we knew about the tabernacle already, but oh my god. Well, what can we do? What can we do? Oh, I can't even play this. I just realized. Alright, interesting. Probably get rid of that. I think we're dead now. This is not a matchup I particularly want to see, for what it's worth. Oh my god. Just non-stop top. This is the kind of matchup we really wish we had in the Wasteland. I don't know how much it would help, but... Yeah. It's just, like, we can't really do anything about this kind of deck, either. Oops. I'm supposed to once in response here. I don't think the new list even play Tabernacle, so like... It's like good and bad for me, I guess, right? Like... I guess... I think the game is already lost, personally. But we'll see. I don't think any of that's good. Maybe that, I guess. They just have too much mana now, and especially with a refreshed ring. I think we can board out both Talon Gates. Although they're four, it seems like they're playing like 4 Wastelands or whatever. This is F6. Like I said, I think it's over. The problem is it's not technically over, so I have to sit through it. This is what it feels like to play against, I guess, Bant Nadu, right? Like the people have been talking about in Modern, and I guess to a lesser extent Legacy. Where it's over, but you kind of have to still sit through it. Alright, what are they getting with that? Maybe they just get an... Ooh, interesting. They get an ensnaring bridge. They can play the Chasm. I don't know if they will or not, but... I felt like this game was ours, and then our opponent drew pretty well. Alright, what do we do here? I'm like debating about conceding here. Partially because it's the same time. I just also don't want to really play through this. At least not right now. Just F6. And kill with Artisan Exalted? What do you mean by that? There's an ensnaring bridge. Well, unless you mean like they have too many cards. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I just assume that it's over, but they would have to mess up. I don't know. The problem is, I think they're learning the deck right now because they're playing the older version. So I have to sit through it. Or I guess I can concede. Yeah, this is not worth my time. I don't see how I win. Like, I wish I knew their hand so I could know whether they can figure it out or not, but like... Yeah, it's definitely a messed up card. Especially if you like slower decks. I don't think Control is like remotely playable personally right now. Because this is one of the reasons. Alright, let's just concede. I don't want to deal with this. I'm tired. what do we want here? I don't think any of the stuff we left is good, so. This feels so slow now, like, compared to Wide Relic. The problem is, like, if your opponent needles white, then what? Like, you need a way to, like, win those kind of games. Or, God forbid, somebody, like, surgicals your whites, even though it's a terrible play. Excuse me. What are we taking here? Woo! A whole lot of nothing in their hand. This card is like low-key really powerful. Not even low-key, high-key. Why they kept it bog is beyond me. I think they're gonna Bazeju our guy's critical, but that's okay. Yep, that's exactly what happened. So, assuming they didn't top deck anything relevant, we have the kill right now. There are two unknowns. Why this is even in the deck still is beyond me, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, actually, like I said, they are learning the deck, so that's probably it. They didn't realize the size of the creatures don't really matter. Let's see if they mess this up. They should try to exile first. We assume that they know what to do here. We're gonna do that in response. That'll give them a chance to get a wasteland, but I'd rather them, like, presumably they're. I'm gonna give them benefit that they know what to do. Maybe that's wrong, but that they're gonna know to get wasteland anyways. Actually, I don't want them to top deck whatever by accident. So if I get that, that's 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm so short. So I guess I do need to get it. This is the scenarios where like art isn't really good. Where you're like a mana short from Atraxa. You just want to like, you know, get more mana on board. You just have an active artisan, right? One unknown now. We have one left. That's crazy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is lethal. The same thing there would have been just like get Atraxa, but I'm kind of tired. I just want to end this game. All right. Just as Dukes predicted, right? The 0-3 into the 2-3. I would have to like. I don't remember what happened. I think I vaguely remember what happened game 1 here against Breakfast. I think they just had the combo. We just couldn't do anything about it. And then we had like a mediocre hand game 3. Peterson looked okay that match for what it's worth. We mulled a ton here. I mulled this hand because that's pretty bad too. Actually, hold on. What just happened? What was the third hand we mulled? Again, mode of 5. Not our day, like for me. Whatever perspective. So yeah, maybe we're not supposed to go for the collect. The problem is like we're pretty behind. Yeah, mode of 5 is what did us in. Let me view this replay. I would love to see what the 5 was that we mulliganed. That's not keepable, I don't think. That's bad too. Oh yeah, okay. We moved a 4. Maybe it just wasn't our day. Like we mulliganed a lot early on, and then more reason for me not to play the Underground Mortuary, right? Because of the mulligans. I do think we finished strong here. Our opponent's game, this opponent here, like did not feel like they made the right decisions per se out of the Cloudpost because of learning the deck. But here's the list again for those who want to try it. The dog that we were thinking about playing, it's probably too narrow. We didn't board it once, unfortunately. I would have loved to try this against Moonstompy, but you know it wasn't meant to be. All right. Here are my socials again for those who are curious.